popping, y'all? Welcome back. It's been a cool 2 weeks since we had a guest, but we back with another guest, none other than Young Lotus himself. You trying to introduce yourself?
What's going on, everybody? My name is Young Lotus. I'm a Bay Area music artist based out of Martinez, and yeah, I fuck with NorCal Next Up. It's a dope ass content, dope ass page. Used to go to college with bros, so it's dope to link up on some music shit. Finally,
For sure. All right, let's get started with your little music journey. So, explain to us how you got into music and how it was like growing up where you grew up, I guess, and how that was involved with you getting into music. Just to start things out.
So originally, I went to College Park High School in Pleasant Hill, and I was there for like maybe a year and a half, and then I went to Olympic, and then when I got to Olympic, they had a recording studio there,
which is continuation school, right?
Yeah, it's a continuation in Concord over by it's by a Mount, but you know where it is. But they had like a recording studio donated to them.
Really? They have one of those?
Yeah, I guess it was like Comcast or like Xfinity, like that company or whatever. They went and built like a whole real deal like booth and like mixing boards and everything, and like so some friends that I was going to school with were just like making music, so I was just kind of fucking around with it and like hopped in the studio one day and just like recorded my first song, Never Stop, bro. And growing up in Martinez was dope because there is a lot of underground artists and stuff. So once I started getting into music and I kind of like found out more people, in my area that like music, so like we started collaborating. Like shout out Mike Marty, that's my boy. You know what I'm saying? He blessed me with beats very early on, and we still collab to this day.
For real? That's cool because I know him from other people that I met at community college. Mike Marty, he be making beats for ADH Dom too.
Yeah, bro. No, I used to work at Wingstop, bro, and he used to come in all the time, and I like didn't know him like that. And then once we like linked up, I was like, oh shit, I used to sell bro chicken.
Damn, that's crazy. So you remember what it's like to like hear yourself at in the studio for the first time? You were at wait, my bad. You said it was Olympic, or do you say it was the other one?
Yeah, so it was at Olympic.
Yeah,
and no, I remember. I'm pretty sure I still have the very first song that I recorded, and it was like terrible. It was so bad, but like at the time, I thought it was so fucking good, and everybody around me thought it was good. No, that was like a great experience, just because like I hated school so much, bro. So like going to school was very hard for me. And then once I found out they had a studio, that was kind of why I started going to school, was for that purpose, just so I could like earn studio time at the end of the day.
Damn, really?
Yeah, because like if you wouldn't show up, like they wouldn't let you go in the studio. It was kind of like an incentive type deal. It was like you had to be doing good in order to like earn studio time and like work with the engineers, because they had like real engineers that worked in there. So
damn, bro, that's amazing. And then were there people at Olympic too that were doing it that now that were rapping?
No, absolutely. I had a whole collective back in the day.
For real?
I actually don't conversate with a lot of those people anymore, just because people get older, people change and shit, and legal reasons, and all kinds of shit. But there's definitely a lot of dope creatives. Mobby went to Olympic. I met Mobby at Olympic.
That's where you met him? Okay. That's right, huh?
Yeah, Ayo Lyrical. He's a little older, but he was one of the engineers. I still talk to him. I have a whole project with him in the works. We're just kind of working on a release date. But no, bro, Olympic was dope. And what was cool about Olympic was there was a lot of clothing brands too. That was kind of what pushed us hard into the music, was we were building clothing brands. And so like we would put together shows so we could like sell our clothes.
Damn, for real?
And like that was like how it all started for me. Like just like really taking it and pushing that shit.
Okay. Did that work in terms of like getting more people to hear you?
Oh yeah, no, most definitely. It was cool because we were the only kids at our school that were like going to Oakland and doing shows and shit. So like we definitely got a lot of attention from like people in our area, and then also like we would go out to Oakland and Berkeley and SF and go to all these shows and just meet all these people that I talk to now, and it's like,
damn, really? And this is before. Yeah, this is before your first music video, right?
Yeah, I was like 15, 16, so that was like 7 years ago.
Damn.
About 7 years ago now.
Yeah. So you got experience, a little bit of
Yeah,
that
bro.
experience. That muscle
Going
memory is
hard.
built in you. Yep.
Yeah, bro.
Damn.
I still
So
remember all that shit like it was yesterday too, bro. Like I
yeah.
remember my first clothing design. Like I remember the shirts, and like we kind of just did it to be funny too. Like I just made funny ass shirts, and then people started buying them, and then it was like, uh, no, it was a cool time. We
Yeah.
used to be called
Yeah.
Moop Squad. That was the crew back in the day.
Oh really? Damn.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then the transition to after you graduated high school, did you start going? Because I met you at the community college or like the music business class. Was that right after high school?
So that was so right when I graduated. I took a year off, and I was
Mm-hmm.
working, and then that next year I decided to go to DVC because I as soon as I graduated, I kind of just like we were all stuck on the YouTube beats. So
Mm-hmm.
like as soon as we graduated and like I was like I gotta stop using so many YouTube beats. So
Oh
I
yeah.
started working with producers. That's kind of why I wanted to go to college because I was trying to learn the business end and like
Mm-hmm.
royalties. You know what I'm saying? And like percentages and like basically learn how to not get fucked over and how to like not fuck people over.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of that going on, and yeah, I think definitely the transition was just learning how to not rely on like YouTube beats and kind of just like networking with different artists, and
Yeah.
developing that sound.
Definitely. How important was DVC to that transition? Because I feel like DVCs or community college, your local community college can be really important because it's not that expensive and you can meet hella people. It's like the hub for just
I
everyone,
think
artists.
I think I definitely met like a lot of people. I met like a lot of cool people, and I learned a lot. I just like me in school for some reason, just like I don't know what it is. I just sitting in class and like listening is just like I don't know what it is, but
Yeah,
I hate that shit. But
man.
I had songwriting, and then I had that artist development class, and those were my favorite classes, bro, because yeah, that was just like I met so many dope people, like artists that were just, and they weren't like egotistical, we were all in the same room learning the same shit, so it was
Yeah.
just everybody was kind of feeding off each other's energy, and that was dope because it was like that's how I met Brant Jackson,
Yeah, I
and
was about to ask you that.
I made artificial. Yeah, I
Yeah.
made artificial, and I was like, yo, like let me. I bought the beat off him so he would delete it off SoundCloud, and so
Oh,
and then that was like my first like project at DVC, and then
damn.
I just took that shit and went.
Cause yeah, you met him because we all had that class together, so that's how you met him, huh?
Yeah, I used to
That's
sit next
crazy.
to him in artist development,
Yeah,
and
I
I
remember
just
that in the back, right?
we yeah, and we
Yeah,
knew some of the same people at the time, so I was just like,
yeah,
yo, like we should collab, and I just was like listening to his beats on SoundCloud, and I found one and was just like, that's the one.
yeah. Brand Jackson's going crazy. If y'all don't know about him, definitely check him out.
No, shout out Brand
He's got
Jackson,
some
bro. He's
shit.
dope. He just dropped some shit with the homie Isaiah McLean
Oh yeah,
with a 2-song EP.
damn. Okay.
Check that shit out.
And then yeah, and then what made you want to do your first music video? Because I seen you had music videos from the time I met you, with the backwoods hoodie and everything,
My
the
like
purple hoodie.
very very
Yeah,
first music video was like
yeah.
it's under a different name because I used to have a different rap name.
Oh, I didn't see that then. I gotta do
But
more research.
yeah, bro, you gotta like find you gotta
Yeah,
go into the files.
man, the archives.
My first video ever was, or I guess so. The video I think you're talking about was it the artificial video or like Flower Child?
It
Because I
was in
did
October. I think it was either Flower Child or Artificial. I saw all three of them though.
I did. So those I know what shit you're talking about. So those three I did with the shooters. Shout out Timbo,
Yeah, I noticed
Scotty
that.
Bay, and
Hmm.
Trinity. Yeah, bro. I think those videos were like a big step for me, just because I plan out all my videos. Like I plan out the scenes and the locations and
For
everything.
real?
So it kind of pushed me to start taking my image seriously because I was watching all the people around me. We were all friends. Like we were friends, and they just like made videos. So I was just like, okay, I'm gonna fuck with that.
Hmm.
And like they really taught me a lot just about building your brand and your image, and like putting a visual to your lyrics is very important as an artist
Yeah,
because people can only listen for so long. They want to see what you're doing, see like who you are and what you're about. So
exactly.
but that my very first music video was Moonstone with the shooters,
Hmm.
and that shit was hella fun, bro. That shit was fun. I remember we went to Hate Street because I used to be there all the time. So that's where I wanted to do the video. And shout out Dylan Bricky. He's in the video
Yeah, I
too.
noticed that. Yeah, yeah. That
Um,
was cool. That little video
yeah, a
with
little
the smoking
cameo.
thing. What was that
Highway
smoking
Funk.
thing?
It's sage. It was a big sage. Yeah, and I was just kind of like waving around because we were in a cemetery behind the park, and so like, and I was like in the cemetery, like, you know, rapping and like cussing. So I was like smudging the air because I wasn't trying to like bring, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Put bad energy into that like space, but like I was appreciating it for the video.
Vivid memories of apple juice and sippy cups, and now I'm drinking 40s up on hate with all my dirty fucks. 22, I just turned 22, nothing changed but my age and the homies in the stew. Spit flames when I'm in the booth, and I'm sick of all you pessimistic, petty, twisted kids, egotistic with sick